Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Mike front four. Hey, come on, Al, come on, Al.
On first down, Billingsley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We got to step it up. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Carr going to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to work. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 5. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Carr. And that is incomplete here.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Stepping, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derek Carr, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Freeman. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Bears.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the pass. X3, 218, chop. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Freeman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Throwing now is Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Looking to throw. Freeman, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set 90 Wolf. Here we go. Ready.
On first and 10, Freeman. That's complete to Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The lefty to Vecchio now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on second down. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
29. 58, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw. Freeman. It's complete to Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Second and 5. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
21, Vikings 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now, 180. I got you. I got you. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
To throw his car. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Here we go. Here we go.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Carr completes it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Down. Mike 51. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On third and long, it's Carr. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 21 yards there on third down. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. And this is Cook with a grab. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and 11. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. A gain of 6 there on first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On second down, it's Cook. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Fight.
They run again on first down. Cook down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run, Cook, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Carr now to throw. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Down. 280. 51. Hey, 734. What's up?
Here's Carr to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Taco Charlton with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop. 54. Run. Go.
On 1st down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Double dog, that's the way.
Looking to throw on second down. Freeman. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Freeman. Open man is Trey Burton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carnell on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They come out here in the I.
Blue down, blue down.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Freeman. He's got to hook up to Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Billingsley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Freeman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Let's go, interception, baby.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense. The way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 19 yards away. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 5. Let's go.
2nd and 6. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Watch the run.
They'll run on first down. Billingsley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf. Cut. Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
He's coming. Raider 2. Raider 1.
From the gun, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Everyone got 4 down. Watch twist.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Ready to break.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
14 yards in a Chicago first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Tackles. Tackles.
Right back to him on first down. Room here to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Out, 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 out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Look at me. Go, go. Ready, ready.
On first down, Billingsley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. Ready? Watch out. Check. General West. Mike 54. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Check 13. Five.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. 54, 54. You. Now.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Check right, check right.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about.
So for Chicago,